Mark Pope continues to set the tone for a bold new era at Kentucky. And if his recent comments are any indication, the Wildcats aren't just aiming to compete, they're aiming to dominate. With the core of his roster nearly finalized, Pope spoke publicly this week, offering a rare look behind the scenes as Big Blue Nation awaits final word on Otega Oweh's status. The former Oklahoma guard is expected to return, and if he does, it will cap off a loaded group that already features talents like Mo D. Diabate, Jaden Acquaviva, and rising big man Reese Potter, whose recent interview drew notable attention across media platforms. But while player talk sparked interest, it was Pope's passionate statement on the identity of the program that truly turned heads. Asked about the widely circulated and absurd rumor that Kentucky had poured $20 million into NIL deals this offseason, Pope couldn't help but laugh before shifting to a message that resonated far beyond numbers. "We're trying to win at everything," Pope said, emphasizing that Kentucky isn't just any school, it's the gold standard. This is the premier program in America. So yeah, we want it all. We want the toughest schedule, the biggest names, the brightest spotlight. We want the best players, the boldest uniforms, the highest NIL support. That's what this job demands, and that's what our fans expect. With that statement, Pope made it clear Kentucky basketball under his leadership isn't going to tiptoe around expectations. It's going to chase them head on. He's embracing the pressure, the tradition, and the challenge of maintaining Kentucky's place at the summit of college hoops. As the roster comes together and anticipation builds, one thing is certain. The Wildcats aren't just reloading, they're rewriting the script. Hope and Pope, indeed. When Mark Pope took over the Kentucky basketball program just over a year ago, questions swirled around the hire, not because of his resume, but because of the sheer weight of the position. Now, with his roster nearly locked and his vision for the program becoming clearer by the day, it's evident Pope didn't just take the job. He embraced everything that comes with being the face of college basketball's most scrutinized brand. Reflecting on those early days, it's hard not to remember the frenzy that followed John Calipari's departure. Names like Scott Drew, Dan Hurley, and Billy Donovan were floated. The speculation was relentless, but the real question wasn't just who would get the job. It was whether the person chosen would truly grasp the magnitude of the role. Because Kentucky isn't just another powerhouse. It's the only basketball program in the country covered with the intensity of an SEC football team. Every game is an event. Every loss is dissected like a playoff collapse. And every decision, from rotations to recruiting, comes with statewide headlines. From the moment Pope stepped off the bus at his introductory press conference, NCAA championship trophy in hand, addressing his former teammates by name, it was clear this wasn't a coach caught in the moment. It was a leader who understood it. That moment wasn't for show. It was a signal that he wasn't just here to lead, he was here to own the role. And now, with the Wildcats standing among the nation's leaders in NIL momentum, with a roster built to compete immediately, and with a coach who's publicly declared that Kentucky should be the best at everything, from uniforms to media buzz, the message is undeniable. Pope isn't just talking the talk, he's backing it up with action, structure, and swagger. Mark Pope's mission at Kentucky is becoming more defined with each passing week, not just in the talent he brings in, but in the battles he's choosing to fight. While most coaches talk a big game about embracing pressure, Pope is actually signing up for it. And nowhere is that clearer than in the Wildcats' upcoming schedule. Sure, some matchups were already in motion before his arrival. The Champions Classic, the ongoing Gonzaga home and home, the rekindled rivalry with Indiana. But Pope isn't just inheriting those, he's building onto them, shaping a schedule that reflects the exact vision he's outlined since day one. Kentucky doesn't duck anyone. Kentucky hunts challenges. The most eye-catching addition, a marquee matchup against St. John's led by none other than Rick Pitino in Atlanta. The significance writes itself. A 30-year anniversary of Kentucky's 1996 national title, coached by Pitino, now facing his former team. It's nostalgic, yes, but it's also high stakes. St. John's is projected as a top 5 squad, and Pope knows that sentimentality won't shield him from criticism if the Wildcats fall short. He's not just honoring history, he's putting his own legacy on the line, and that takes guts. Then there's the charity exhibition with Purdue, a projected national title contender. Pope didn't have to schedule that, but he did because this is the standard he's trying to set. No cupcake warm-ups, no dodging elite competition, just heavyweight clashes. From tip-off to tournament time, he's made it clear Kentucky will play anyone, anywhere. In conference, out of conference, blue blood or rising star, it doesn't matter. That mindset isn't just about toughening his roster. It's a statement to the college basketball world that the Wildcats are here not just to compete, but to prove they belong on the biggest stages every single night. Mark Pope's first full offseason at Kentucky continues to showcase not only his vision, but his fearlessness, and that mindset is radiating through every move he makes. The latest example? A bold decision to schedule Purdue, potentially the number one team in the nation, for an exhibition game in October. That's right. Pope isn't waiting until the regular season to test his team. He wants to know right now how his group stacks up against the best. He made it clear, why wait until the Louisville game in week 2 to challenge ourselves? Instead, he's diving headfirst into the fire, setting up a high-level showdown that could be the most electric exhibition atmosphere of the entire college basketball season. And it won't just be good prep for the team, it's going to light up Rupp Arena, offering fans a rare October thrill, usually reserved for March. But this is more than just scheduling. It's about how Pope is embracing the full weight of the Kentucky job, not running from the spotlight, but charging toward it. While many coaches might use the summer to stay low-key, Pope's doing press in May, appearing on podcasts, holding media sessions, and outlining exactly what he wants Kentucky to be. Elite in every aspect, from competition to culture. He's also not afraid to sprinkle in humor, even when addressing heavy topics like NIL. When asked about Kentucky's reported spending, Pope didn't shy away. He laughed, acknowledged the buzz, and pivoted to the bigger picture. Kentucky's fans are engaged, the administration is backing the program, and the national spotlight, he welcomes it. Mark Pope is setting a tone that Kentucky fans can rally behind, confident, competitive, and completely unapologetic. This isn't a coach easing into his new role. This is a leader taking full control, refusing to wait for success to find him. He's going out to get it. And in the process, he's reminding the rest of college basketball why Kentucky wears the crown.